Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 64 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 64. Can you imagine if this was on the Nintendo 64? They'd have to make a cartridge the size of this room that I'm in. Alright, guys. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Hope you're having a smashing day or night, or whatever the case may be. This massive game, as foreshadowed just a moment ago. We're in Copper Lane. We finished a quest last time, and I'm not sure what we're doing right now. We did some inventory management. We got our inventory pared down a bit. We read some books, still some left. But let's see. We've got 51 because I think we bought some magical items. Nothing new to report. Oh, we have to pay our peeps, so it's not good to be left with this little money. So let's go to the stash and just get rid of something quickly. Find great sword or sword. Maybe armor would be easier to get rid of. Price low to high. Mail. Brigandine. No, not the mail. Maybe some of the lower. I don't want to spend too much time doing this, so... Find Brigandine heavy armor. Fine leather. So just all regular leather. And fine scale is 9. We have an 8 and a 10, right? 10 is a brigandine, so let's sell the fine scale. And what else can we quickly sell? Some of these helmets we forgot to sell. I think these go for a little bit. Yeah, 10 a piece. All the capes can go. Everybody will always have an option of cape to wear. Look at all these. So now we're up to 440, so that's a little bit better. Oh, we've got a bunch of these to sell. Very good. Our hat collection continues. Minor cloak of protection. Bonbon. Let's just sell it. 800, and we're good to go. Let's take a look at the journal. What do we want to do today? Search for Viana in Andra's gift for Commander Cleaver. Meet Chancellor Warren, that's a tough fight. Travel to the cave from Firga's vision. Find the Elder Archives. Talk to Sarah at the Salty Mast in Andra's gift. Okay, what we're gonna do is up here. Let's talk to Adair. Adair wants to talk to us. Maybe something to do with the archives that he could have seen that we were going, or that we found, sort of found. Can't get in, but let's talk to Adair. Quick save first for dialogue.
Strange place for a shrine to Abidan, Crucible Keep. Maybe it made more sense at some point before it gathered all that dust. And the only thing the Knights of the Crucible worship these days is the nobility, as far as I understand it.
Huh. Different take on the Crucible Knights. Knew some soldiers who got recruited by the Knights after the war was over. They told me some about it. They get these young kids in there and they tell them about blacksmithing and about the revolution and about tradition. Talk about the Golem like he created the Crucible Knights in his forge to go win Deerwood's independence. Then they join, and it turns out all any of those knights ever talks about is when are we going to get recognized as a real knighthood? When are we getting our titles and our land? Their high justice wants to be an earl. Says it's Abaddon's will. He's got a castle and an army. You wonder how long he'll wait before he starts a war over it, saying Abaddon told him to. They don't seem all bad. They're keeping peace in Defiance Bay. There's the kernel of something good in there, I think. Some good people wanting to do right by each other. Trouble is, they're headed far away from it. Okay, so just a little bit of background lore on the Crucible Knights. Background opinion, I should say. HeritageHill. Oh, we can go do that. It's infested with zombies. First Fires. I thought there were more districts, but there's only Andra's Gift left to explore. I think, but I don't know if we finished Brackenberry or First Fires, like looking around. Let's head off to HeritageHill. The red film represents the loss of endurance. Best turn around, traveler. HeritageHill is closed. Not for us, it's not. Look at these graphics, how beautiful.
How do you do?
Guard holds up a palm. Sorry, but this district's closed by order of the Duke himself. What's going on in there? Both guards look at each other. Look, even if I were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I can say is it, whatever it is, started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Was there anything else? Wheela sent me. I'm looking into the missing guards. So you're the one she sent word about. The guard looks you up and down, frowning. I was expecting her to send a whole squad of just Tishiars. Not that I'm volunteering, mind you. I'll have the gate opened immediately. Just watch your step. I'm afraid we can't send anyone after you if this goes badly. Heard or seen anything unusual? Friend, I try to see and hear as little as possible. One of the women on the last watch said she heard someone shouting from the northeast part of the district. Something that sounded like an order, but I don't see how anyone could survive in there. Once or twice I've caught a glimpse of something moving on the other side of the gate. The guard shudders. I'd just as soon forget it. 324 XP. Any ideas what might have happened to the other guards? None, and I've no desire to find out if you catch my meaning. The ones that disappeared weren't the deserting type. The worst part is, both times the watch disappeared, the next rotation found the gate unlocked. I don't know whether they went in or whether something got out, but if it's the latter, refugees are going to be the least of our problems. Farewell. Alright, let's head in. Missing sentries. Find the missing guards.
They'll never know I'm here.
Oh wait, we should look around the perimeter a little bit. And in we go. So I don't know. I don't want to close the door. I don't know if we can handle this place yet. Skeletal Ranger.
Whatever happened here, I'm glad we missed it.
Oh dear. Here we go. Can they fire through? Yes, they can.
Ready,
Go ahead and take the skeletal fighter. Where's Kana? Kana's back there shooting. Shoot the wizard, please. There's 2 wizards, 2 rangers. Well, Aloth. Oh, dang, I'm almost dead.
Yeah?
1 per rest, 2 per rest. Let's not use that. Let's quick do that.
What?
Get a healing. Oh yeah, they're undead too, so this will affect them.
Following your lead.
Kana, shoot the wizard. Aloth. Nice.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
I'll use another bit in here. Barely injured. 1 goes down.
Hey
I'll
there.
use the second wind.
What?
Could you please heal me there, buddy? Restore light endurance. 20 endurance. Should be able to get do with that. Could do
Yes?
I'll Nice, I'm healed.
Yes?
Kana, keep attacking the wizard.
Hey,
Who's at Adair fighting the skeletal fighter? Everybody's fighting, right? You get in there too, buddy. Oh, they're sending missiles, and down I go. But everyone is clear now to get in there and fight. And it's gonna be a quick bit of fighting. There we go. Fortunately, I took quite a bit of damage.
I'll take a peek.
We've got war bows. Nice. They're worth how much? 10, not 5. Vessel bones and rods. Then we've got more of that. Here, some poleaxes. Nice. They're considered like a higher tier of weapon because they're bigger and more damaging, so they go for a little bit more. Here we've got a tanglefoot trap and a camping supply. Still can only carry 2 camping supplies. Something twitches and shambles in the darkness between the slats. A rancid draft creeps from the house. Burned lady. Okay.
There's something you don't see every day.
Wow, there is something there. Look at that. 62 pfennings. That's a lot of money. And another potion of deleterious alacrity of motion, which are awesome potions. Let's give that one to Sagani. She's got one. We're going to give her a second one, and we have to start using those. I have healing. I have all kinds of potions. Remember that camping supplies there? Let's go up this way. HeritageHill Cemetery. We'll go around the outside first. At 62 pfennings, that took us to 1233. That's about 400. Oh dang, what was that skittering about? Revenant. Here it comes again. Oh, it's a goal. Okay. Don't come to us. Attack. Dare attack there.
Ready,
Johnny, attack there.
Yes?
A Dargul. Oh, dang. That's got to be a tough one. Attack there. Durance. Cast a little Holy Radiance in a second here. No, you can't. Oh, you guys wait. Oh, wow. A lot more are coming. Okay. Ooh, shot the Dargul for how much? 40 pierce damage. Dang. Attack the Dargul. The puppy's gonna get beat up, I think, but let me get into race mode here. Durance is gonna hit him with a Radiance in a second. There we go. Boom, boom. Looks like their turn. No, they're frightened for quite a bit. Everybody fighting. Just gotta make sure everyone's still fighting. Kana, get the Dargul.
How may I help?
is just standing by. Puppy's holding his own. Itamak doesn't have a health bar, so that's just dandy.
I'm here.
Took that one out.
And that's how it's done.
Bong bong. Mashallah. Love it, that is how it's done. Vessel flesh.
Slow and silent.
Sweet deal. I'm hurt though. Swollen eye -4 perception. It's a bit of a bummer. First sign of a Dargul. Moss. And the graphics in this area are very beautiful. Very crisp on my screen. I should see if I can use any NVIDIA extra tricks to make it more beautiful. Arbalest's worth a couple coppers. Like if I can maybe increase the resolution to 4K and down sample or whatever. Or upsample. Goals. Dang. Alright. I'll take pause. Alot. Throw a fireball in there, would you, good man? A skeletal wizard. Kana, shoot that guy. Another skeletal wizard. Oh, the fireball's gonna miss.
Yeah?
Who's this? Alon?
Ah,
Alon, get out of there. Oh my gosh. It's bloody. Durance, a little holy radiance. I'm going down again. Allah, attack the Dargul. Oh boy. All these units. We're gonna have to get Kana in his melee phase here.
Following your lead.
Dual wielding and attack that one. His little heal. It is a mess out there. Go ahead and warding seal. Bless his eyes with the aid of a sympathetic soul. Watchful presence. Prayer against restraint. Pillar of faith. Do a pillar of faith there. Ella.
How may I help?
Some crushing damage all up in there.
That looks like it hurt.
Okay, everybody's going pretty well here. Here comes Sagani. Get this Dargul. Tamak. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the midst of it. Getting taken out by 2 Darguls and a Ghoul.
Hey.
Let's attack that one. Okay, you have those 2.
Following your lead.
He's gonna run over here and help.
Hey there.
Attack that one. It's a whole lot of Darguls.
What?
Did you cast that spell? I don't think he did. No, we didn't cast Pillar of Faith, did he? Pillar of Faith over here.
Yes.
Ella, another crushing damage over right there. Bong bong, knocked him down. Speaking of knockdown, let's have Adair knocked down. That goal's near death, so just let him do his thing.
Ready, Watcher.
Dargul. Durance. Get a light heal on myself. And I will, well, that's 1 per rest. Give me second wind. See, I'm running out of health, not so much endurance.
How may I help?
Ella. If only we could interrupt these wizards. There's 3 of them. It's a tough encounter. I'm gonna go down and probably die, actually. Who's that? Kana?
Following your lead.
Go attack the wizard. I should zoom in a little bit more, too. Itamak's doing his best. Yeah, I'm going down. I have 2 HP left. Down I go. Wow, I don't want everyone else to go down. Ella,
I?
get out of there. Turn around and attack that Dargul.
What?
Durance, attack that one. Oh, Durance went down quick. Oh, dang, Aloth went down.
Hey.
Adair. Fighting this Darkle, knock him down. Now attack that Darkle near death. We still may be able to do this. 3 of us are left. Sagani just got rocked. That Darkle's near death that she's attacking. Come on, okay, Adair got that one. Kana's doing great against the Skeletal Wizard. Oh, the bounding missiles just rocked Sagani. Can't get that one that's near death.
They got Sagani.
Dang, they got Sagani. Now Adair's all kind of surrounded. It's okay, they're hurting. That one's badly injured. Kana just took down a wizard. This wizard's going down. Soon. Down he goes. Hang in there, Adair.
Yes?
We get this wizard to interrupt him, maybe. Oh, I could sing. Kana could sing. Don't tell me we're gonna get this far and we're gonna lose it. The interrupt's not working. Adair's going down. Stargle's near dead. Can Adair drink a potion of major regen?
Leave it to me.
I don't know if he drank it. Try it again to drink it. This wizard's going down slowly but surely. Yeah, I think he drank it now, yep.
Hey.
We're not doing much damage to him. There we go. We're gonna get it. That major regen was kind of a, I don't want to say a waste, but that was a tough battle. I say as we still don't have it won. Dang. Whew. That was wicked. Bunch of vessel flesh, 4 Dargles, 5 ghouls.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
We're gonna rest and go grab that couple vessel bones, some rods. I'm gonna go grab that camping supply in a second here. There's a camping supply and 2 Stelgar too, though not one of the large fangs for which Stelgars are famed. This sharp tooth is nonetheless impressive indeed. And let's just rest. I'll take what are goals in them vessels? Oh, let's look up in the encyclopedia. We haven't looked in that for a while. And there's lore. We have to read this more, guys. Coming up, we're going to have to read this more. I'm not sure how to queue actions. Shift clicking a series of actions or waypoints adds them to an action queue that will be carried out in order. Clicking an item in a container while holding the shift key will move it directly to your stash. You can hotkey any ability by hovering the mouse cursor over its button and pressing the desired hotkey. Many spells and abilities that cover an area of the battlefield can harm both enemies and allies. If an ability lists an AoE radius that affects everyone in the area, AoEs differentiated by friendly or foe descriptors affect those groups only. However, even an ordinary hostile AoE will not affect allies in the outer margin of the area provided by a high intellect. You can use this outer margin to safely hit enemies while leaving your allies unharmed. So that outer ring... Oh, that's interesting. That's what that is. Backer content. Pillars of Eternity was made possible by the generosity of thousands of backers, many of whom contributed content to the final game. NPCs with gold nameplates were designed by our backers. Interacting with them will allow you to experience each one's unique history. The tombstone icon indicates a memorial. Those are personalized messages written by our backers. Many of them break the fourth wall, so players desiring complete immersion may wish to avoid clicking them. But we have to start reading some of this lore and stuff. Bioact, the locations. All this stuff we need to read. All about the deities. Yes, 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 yes. But for right now, we have to look at this again too to see. Dargul. Darguls have reached the first irreversible step in the decay of a nominally dead body sustained by soul energy. At this stage, they have lost some portion of their memories and mental abilities, but they retain the self-awareness to recognize their own decline. Ouch. Their insatiable hunger and inevitable decay makes Darguls more reckless and aggressive than vampires, even as they are compelled to seek out secret and secluded environments so as to avoid drawing the attention and wrath of civilized communities. Some vampires dread this stage more than those that follow, for they know that they will retain enough of their faculties to fully experience their own downfall. They have 6 damage reduction, and we defeated their level 6. But what are they? Vessels. And skeletons are vessels. They have all kinds of spells, son. Look at that. Damage reduction 7. That's not bad for a wizard. Level 5. Alright, but for now, we're going to get out of here. We're going to save. We're going to rest. I'll take accuracy versus vessel. Durance. Accuracy versus vessel. Let's go movement for him. No, let's go accuracy versus vessel. Damage reduction 2. 15 accuracy against vessel. Definitely want to do that. Damage reduction, heal multiplier. How about movement? Kana, movement. Damage versus flanked is a pretty good one, but damage versus flanked and damage reduction 2. Yeah, damage reduction 2, heal multiplier 2, plus 40% healing received. Ah, that's tempting. Yeah, let's get healing multiplier 2. Very nice. Those survival points are really starting to be important and make significant changes. Elzarian, you awake to see Durance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at its top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own, they pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent, and then suddenly there's a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. Huh. Discuss your vision with Durance. Am I calling him Durance? Durance. Durance.
Keeping an eye out.
Right now, let's maybe... Well, we could do that. Let's grab a camping supply, though. We have down here a barrel of something. Three oils and a rope and grappling hook. Oh my. This looks straight up like a Skyrim Bleak Falls Barrow type place. On HeritageHill, I guess
There's
they
something you don't see every
covered
day.
it. Nice. Scroll of Restore Light Endurance. Light Endurance is nice. It's a quick cast, and it gives you just enough to get your second wind off if you're a fighter.
Let's see what lies this way.
And it's a nice boost to the second wind. I'm not going to go in there just yet. I want to... let's see. There's a whole lot more. Tower. It's a tower, actually.
They'll never know I'm here.
There's a whole lot more to explore outside first. Did we click that already? I don't think we came up here. HeritageHill Cemetery says that one, right? Yep. Right, we need to come in here. These vaults have already been pried open. This one's locked.
Consider it done. Give me a real challenge.
Oh, 162 pawns and a fine leather armor. It's another 240 in the stash. Oh, dang. Dargle just chilling. Let's jump him. Guys. Gucci. Might as well. Yeah. Vessel flesh.
And what does the flame reveal?
Oh, we've got some memorials to break up the adventure. They do that well, breaking it up with these. The Iron Guardian will rise again. Mors ultima linea rerum est. Here lies the remains of Giadamalo, a skilled archer taken far before her time, buried with her most prized possessions, including her beloved bow, personally handcrafted, and her now empty coin purse. This dang game will be the death of me. The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road is gone, and I must follow if I can. Beautiful, J.R.R. Tolkien. Love it. Colleen Fagan. A human male with long hair and studded leather. The writing is too weathered to be read, but he appears to have been some kind of general. His title is unfamiliar, but his features seem somehow savage. A washer of ill repute of some remote inn, met an untimely demise while trying to clean. These pantaloons will be the end of me, he said, and then a wet sleeve hit him in the head. I'm gonna live forever. Born April 12, 1982, died April 1st, 2121. April Fool's Day. Jonathan Doda. Died in service to his country at the blank of blank from a blank to the blank while attempting to blank the blank. Memorial redacted for reasons of national security. Forever lost yet destined to return. Journeyman. I love you, Dad. I hope you're proud of me. Oh, I hope he's proud of you too. And shout out to my dad. Love him as well. He's up in heaven now. It's not a so long wait for the eternity. Thought he would live forever. The universe had other ideas. Indeed. Cat. Never forget, death is only the beginning, especially for one of my kind. Indeed, Kadir. I agree. From the band to the battalion, brothers forever. Cadril de Mata, OG 13. I have lived 1,000 lives and I've loved 1,000 loves. I've walked on distant worlds and seen the end of time because I read, says Cal Duran. Very cool. And a blank for Cal Duranic. Alright. Awesome. Love reading those, and they give you them in bite-sized quantities as well. Like, you're not overwhelmed by the amount.
Teach you a lesson.
Just enough. Good bit.
Brave does.
Durance, what are you doing up here? Itamak. Why is Kana getting jumped so bad? Durance.
What?
A little bit of that.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani attacked that one. Adair. Flank. Oh dear.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm down here. Okay, good. I'll switch to stag
Yes.
mode. Everybody okay? Let's throw a little bit of crush damage at them. Durance, come and fight that one.
Bullseye!
An attack. Perfect.
Let Margaret's fire bless this one.
Let Margaret's fire
Sure.
bless that one. A lot of vessel flesh. It is worth 12 apiece. So we should be able to sell quite a
I
bit of
shall
it.
be discreet.
Ooh, another locked.
Consider it done. There.
Thing,
What did I tell you?
64 dukes. Wow. 64 golden dukes and an amulet, spell ward amulet. Spell defense bonus. Ah, but everybody's got next stuff. Deflection. Wow. Oh no, it's got to be just showing me, right? Yeah. So let's just have Adair grab it. Nice piece. Yeah, see, plus 10 defense against spells. Very cool. Would love to wear it in like an amulet slot, but you know, there is none. Disengagement defense bonus, plus 15 defense when disengaging. That's so important for him. Of intellect and resolve, unwavering resolve. Deflection. Reflex 5, which is not working. And 25% extra healing. The healing bonus is 25% healing received. That is a nice bonus. It makes me think. Makes me wonder. Only reflex and fortitude are working with this cape. This cloak of protection, the minor one. Versus spell defense. That thing's worth 310. For some reason, this is only worth 110, plus 10 defense against spells. I'm going to give it to him as the spellboard amulet. He can keep that in his inventory for a while. And we've got a mail armor. Send that to the stash. Very good, very good. Nice piece, though.
They'll never know I'm here.
Let's go over here. Cross-hatched claw marks score this vault. Oh, what do we got? Oh. Here they come. Hopefully there's not too many wizards among them. Who's that? You get out a little bit. Attack there, Sagani.
Elon.
Oh dang, she can't get down. Get out there. Just gonna be a dare.
What?
Ready,
Sagani,
Watcher.
back up there. Durance will just send that out.
Aye?
Aloth can attack.
Yes?
Kana can get the ranged weapon out. Is Adair attacking? Itamak's taking the beating. Adair can't reach. There we go.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani can come out. No.
Hey there.
Ready, Watcher.
There we go. Attack there, Sagani. Maybe I can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys still firing away? Adair is invincible. That plate armor.
These ones are in for a whopping!
We don't have a good source of damage against Darkholes and stuff. We have to check out the bestiary and see what their defenses and stuff are. We're hitting for small amounts of damage, both Sagani and Adair. Double digits, though. Or Vessel Flesh.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
A small plaque at the base reads, "Freedom above all, Unmyth Hadrit." Oh. The inscription underneath the family crest reads, "Valtus." Here we have some burnt lady. Is this a lootable? Oh, requires a proper key. Interesting. HeritageHill has a whole thing going on. Another door. Another armor and a duelist's hat. Looks like someone smashed the family crest of this mausoleum with a hammer. The inscription beneath it is illegible. Why would they do that? We will go into some of them though, in a bit.
I see where you're going with that. Give me a real challenge.
22 Swola, nice. An opal, nice. And a spear. More memorials. Dargle, spotted. Should be an easy enough one. 26 pierce damage by Itamok. Took that one down quickly. 7 pierce. This should be bigger. What is it? Ah. Should actually be large like that. Itamok. See, they take crush / pierce. Just for some reason, when they're not flanked or something, they seem to have a lot of damage reduction. We should
I'm on
talk
the trail.
to Mausoleum has been sealed tight. We should talk to Durance here in a moment about that vision. While that's still fresh in our minds. 308 pawns and a pike. So let's go ahead and take a breath here. We'll check that memorial in a bit. Does something ail you? I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
Durance is silent, staring at you, locking gazes. It was a flash like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
Durance takes in each word. He is strangely silent for a moment, and when he speaks, his voice is low. 1152 XP, the Godhammer, what about it?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
Oh, I thought we already talked about this, but what do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aothis of it.
Durance's face becomes stone. His voice remains low, steady, as if repeating something he'd said many times before, either out loud or to himself.
You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
Durance swallows and nods. You helped build the Godhammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now.
Huh. Durance nods.
It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Aethys.
Shadows of the 12?
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Very cool. Durance rests the staff in front of him and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Aethys fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margren.
The flame suddenly winks out, smokeless, and Durance frowns and moves his gaze from the staff. What do you mean shared their fates?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence.
Durance grunts, adjusts the cord of his robe.
The connection we once shared with Margren. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory, being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margren was pleased by what we had done.
Durance returns his gaze to the dead tip of the staff. Well, why is that?
The world is broken. The wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god.
Durance scratches at his pox scar, then stops and withdraws his hand, studying it, frowning.
Crossing two gods. Even as Margren shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance.
He grunts, pauses, staring at his staff, and then spits.
Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margren's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margren's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal?
Durance frowns. His voice takes an odd upturn. For once it feels like he's genuinely asking a question. And shakes his head.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margren at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
Durance frowns. What happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home.
Huh.
I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried.
His hand tightens on his staff.
Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
Do you feel as if you betrayed your god?
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits.
Durance's eyes narrow as if focusing on some inner thought.
I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
He frowns and spits, huh? It would seem Mogren's silence is your trial. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is for once at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of a dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
His voice is choppy, hurried. Durance glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
Huh. Tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. Durance's hands tighten at the top of the staff as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Aethys in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the deerwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Durance studies his staff, his eyes traveling along the etchings. Any weapon. Durance's face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Aethys knew that as well, and so did his vessel in its arrogance. His hand tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of the deerwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it?
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Durance frowns. Widewind? Elements of the spirit?
Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood, save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well.
Durance's face twists into a snarl. Widewind, why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? Durance frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher. He snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger. Made me re-examine the teachings of Margaret, put them in a new light.
Durance shakes his head, but there is a tension in it. He's flushing red. It looked as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Durance snarls, his face a feverish red, huh? Looks like we touched a nerve there. Very interesting, though. Love it. 57 minutes in, so just about an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Next time, we're going to continue exploring Heritage Hill. There's still a ton left. There's the tower. There's the, Wait, there was a door back here, wasn't there? Oh, was it just the mausoleum? I thought... No, there was another one we could go in, I think, but... Yeah, right here. Oh, look at all those memorials that we somehow missed. How did that happen? Is that a door or a memorial? That's a door, and then 2 memorials. 3rd memorial. Right, we'll check all that out next time, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys want to be an even bigger help to my channel, become a member. Links are in the description. Feel free to check that out if interested. Shout out to my members. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. All you guys are awesome. And I hope to see you all next time. So this was the Nintendo 64 episode. Somehow went an hour. Hopefully 64 more episodes are in the making. So we'll see what happens. Until next time, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy, and I will see you all then. Much more Pillars of Eternity to come. Still haven't gotten near the White March whenever that starts. Ciao for now, guys. Peace.